It sound like you just got something against the Adam 22 nigga. Him and Hassan Campbell. They on some bullshit. Hold up with the music, bro. Hold up with the music, bro. Man, I was recording that, man. As y'all can see, it's live. Ain't no. My little bro in the background rocking his music and all that. But I had to come up here real quick, man. I had to. Because I'm seeing what was going on in New York City with the Adam 22 coming through with, his guys from the West Coast. And a lot of people is making it a lot of backlash behind it. And, everybody entitled to their opinion. So I can't be mad about people that's, expressing their opinions and all that. So I was listening to the Harlem Legend dude, his opinion on it. And basically he's saying Adam 22, people that always go on his page, his channel, always get locked up with a federal charge and all that. I've never heard of nobody getting locked up on an Adam 22 podcast with a federal charge besides now. Something in the past before now, as far as the loose cannon and the brick baby, and then the Big U situation, whatever, but Big U wasn't on there. We talk about the loose cannon and the brick baby and them. I've never seen nobody else catch a Fed case. Now, with him being surrounded around the actual conversation, then yeah, I get it. He's surrounded by the new federal charges and all that's going on. I get it. G all day, what's good? Yeah, so, but you can't get a federal charge, a state charge, nowhere on this planet without you opening up your own mouth. It has nothing to do with the person who owns the channel and interview you. If a person asks me something that sounds crazy, I'm like, yo, bro, please don't ask me that. Or, nah, I ain't answering that. I ain't getting involved with none of that. I don't want to talk about none of that. Ask me some other questions. Because other than that, that's the only way you're going to go to jail. When you are admitting to something that you have done or admitting to something that you're going to do and actually go out there and do it. Now it's on video. That's the only way. So now, just to say what somebody else does and says because a person asked them that question, inquiring minds want to know. Yo, I heard you went up there and shot this up and shot that up, or punched somebody in the face, or did this and did that. And then if you up there clout chasing or thinking, you want to sound like you tough to people, because everybody want to prove that they tough, but real gangsters don't got to prove that they tough. Real gangsters I know always moved in silence. And they would, first of all, a lot of them don't even want to be on TV, videos, pictures, nothing. But if you up there and you start speaking and answering them questions, then you sent you to jail, not the platform. And see, we as a culture always say things in reverse for some reason. It's in reverse. Why it got something to do with Vlad? I was on Vlad, me and Unique Mega Audio. I didn't get no case because of a Vlad. Unique ain't get a case because of Vlad. There's a few other people up there ain't get cases because of that. You only get a case because of what you say out of your mouth. Nobody else can, in a court of law, a jury of your peers, hear it come from your mouth. Who's the best to get you guilty? We find them guilty. You, nothing else. Now, any platform you go on is large. That is large. Is Adam 22s and and Valads, and you go up there saying the wrong thing, you going to jail. So I want to say this to say, man, and why I say what I'm saying, because you seen Harlem Legend, you seen Hassan Campbell. They, had their views and their opinions on Adam 22 coming to New York. The King Pill, he spoke out. He felt some kind of way that they spoke out about it. And the 050 guy, China Brim, they felt some kind of way. He felt some kind of way that they spoke out about it, about a movement that they actually came to spread love from the West Coast to the East Coast. I see nothing wrong with it. I see nothing wrong with East Coast and West Coast brothers connecting, because at the end of the day, we all black. We all come from the same uh, roots, just in different atmospheres, man. And if it can get connected in a positive way, in a major way, then so be it. And um the Harlem Legend dude was saying, well, what was the positive move about it? Or what was the positive move about it was the connection of brothers out having fun from two separate coasts that was known to so-called have a beef at one point in time, which really wasn't even a beef. It was a misunderstanding that people in the media carried it and made it turn into a beef because of media, because that's how they get paid. Same thing how the Hassans and the Harlem Legends is actually pushing it to be as if not like a beef, but their take on it is still to get a check, man, off this YouTube stuff. But it's called separation. Y'all still trying to separate what was tried to be put together as a positive move. And Shay Davis was a part of it. Shay Davis is my brother. That's family. Straight like that. And I was supposed to be up there. He already called me ahead of time, a week ahead of time, but I had some things I had to take care of. I couldn't make it. But he ain't feeling what is being said right now. He just did something with Queen's Flip, expressing his gratitude and all that to the people that came from the West Coast. I'm waiting for him to hit me. I'm going to go back live again with Shay Davis, and we're going to talk about this, man. Because at the end of the day, I call it positive because it was a bunch of black brothers that came together. Now, I get the part with the flags, the red and the blue and all that, but you say you mix the red and the blue together, you get green, which is money. And that, see, it's a start somewhere to bring two separate groups, which is already separation amongst our culture already anyway. But hey, it was a good thing that it was brought together under one umbrella for whatever, a day or two or whatever it was. Why would somebody be mad about that? I haven't seen anybody else really spoke out about it in a saying it was something negative that really be outside. Hassan don't be outside like that. Harlem Legend don't be outside like that. The China Brim dude don't be outside like that. And this ain't no disrespect to them. I'm just calling it how I see it. And now you got Adam 22 that comes over with a few black guys. And yeah, he's a white dude, but why do this is the main point. Why do a white person got to come out and bring things together for us as a culture? Because he have a platform and he's, expressing, showing love, about to show love on his platform, or what he did to New York in New York. Why that have to be looked at as something that was bad? It take a lot of heart to come to a city like New York, LA, Chicago, and be in somebody else's hood, and they tell you to come through. That's a dangerous move. And then you got the white guy that come do it. But we don't see nobody else with these big platforms outside and bringing people out and saying, let's do this and let's do that and let's do this as a culture. But we can sit in the house all day and talk about it when it actually happened from people from somewhere else. That's corny, man. That's corny. Yeah, you could talk about the projects and who wants to go back. We grew up in these in the outside of the projects look nice, but the inside, the pissy projects and all that. Who cares? Once we leave from there, who wants to go back? I get that part too, Harlem legend. But at the end of the day, sometimes when you do get some, when you get in position to be successful, yeah, I agree to don't want to be living in that environment every day because our young youth mental, even some of our old youth, some of our older guys and women mental is kind of off and will try you because they think you're a sitting duck, but they know you got money. So we know, no, you ain't got to do that all the time. But going to a place one time, or maybe two times out of the weekend or something, and showing love, that's called giving back to where you came from. Don't make it look like why would you want to go back there? That's no comparison to what Adam 22, the King Pill, Shay Davis, Bobby Smurda, and all them guys did. They did a 1 or 2 day thing. Shay flying out. He flew out today. He left. I don't know what Bobby Smurda did, but I'm just saying they all went back to the hood. How you not going back to the hood? But you can sit on the same couch, stool, whatever you is, and talk about it and talk about what's bad about it. And when you talk about what's bad about it and people really listen to you, then they really won't go back to the hood if they really believe what you're saying and give back and give people some hope. Just because they on camera and all that, what the feds gonna do with half the guys that was up there with the feds ain't looking for them. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't up there saying I shot this or killed this or this. Only one thing that I did see Bobby Smurda say, yo, we gonna take him to the trap spot. Oh, that's no-nos. Yeah, that's a no-no. That's the only thing I seen wrong. But I didn't really finish the follow-up with the trap spot. That don't mean he was taking them somewhere where they hustling. I don't know, and I hope not. But at the end of the day, what is wrong with what they did? Adam 22 can't send nobody to the feds. If that's the case, the guys that he was with, they'd be in the feds before they even came over here. Period. That sound good saying that and utilizing that as a strategic movement for, I guess, saying what you want to say on your platform, but that's not the case, man. That's not the case. And yes, they are locking people up with these fake RICOs and all this bogey bull crap and all that. But 9 times out of 10, if they doing what they doing on that camera, they doing what they doing off that camera, period. Point blank. But it just took other people to come to New York and show love. And now it seems like the guys in New York is mad that somebody else came and did it and they didn't do it. And then how could you lead by example if you don't come outside and show somebody some love, man? Come outside and show some love. Y'all bring your cameras to the hood because y'all popping. Bring your cameras to the hood and show the kids some love. And show them how it's really done then. If Adam 22 did it wrong, y'all show them how it's really done. That's what I want to see. Show them how it's really done. Because I've been out the hood for years, man. Since 1995, but I always go back. And I stay a couple days. And I walk through the hoods. I walk from my block all the way to 125th Street and get stopped and get love everywhere. I can do that and can do it right now. Been out the hood. I done been in movies. I done been in reality shows. I done, man, you name it, I've done it. But I ain't never gonna be acting like I'm better than anybody. I ain't going back to the hood. I graduated from that. I don't want to go back to that. And guess what? LA definitely got hoods too. That ain't uh look nice, but ain't nothing to play with. That's one thing. And yeah, they got a lot of houses where a lot of the thugs and the killers grew up in. But we do too. You got Queens, there's houses, and then you got Harlem with brownstones. Yeah, we got our projects, but that don't consist of the whole New York City for you to use that as an example. Negative. Period. For you to say, hey, who wants to go back to that? If that's where you come from, go back there and make a difference. Go out there and do something and try to see if you can get them kids up out of them pissy hallways you was just referring to, brother. In real life, what is people doing? I looked at that situation was bringing a lot of black brothers together. That's the only thing they could offer them at the time. Shay shooting a video for a movie or a video for a song, put some people in it that's from the hood. The video surface, mess around, take off, go platinum. They be seen. Um, They be seen in the video, never know. Somebody might inquire, who was that in your video, Shay? I need to get them from another video. Anything, opportunity can happen with you can wake up tomorrow and have an opportunity. You can go to the store and a person look at you and say, yo, man, you look like the person I need. I'm looking for a movie. It happened with movie stars. They never knew they was getting picked for a movie, and then they end up turning into superstars. Anything is possible with that. Why we got to look at the negative side of it? Why we ain't looking at the positive side of why they came to New York? Why it gotta be because the feds is on the prowl and all that? As long as nobody was doing nothing, you ain't seen no guns pulled out. Nobody showed guns. Nobody did nothing. And like I always tell people, ain't nothing wrong with being in the gang as long as you ain't doing it for negative stuff. Let's utilize it for positive stuff. Let's get all the guys together and go somewhere and feed the homeless. Let's get the guys together and pass out flyers and throw a big party. We make 10, 20,000 and we split the money. Just to name a few. But at least they all came together. Blue and red flags that was never getting along down. They was out there together. How you gonna be mad that a man came through and did it? And if it's a white man, okay, it is what it is. People knew what they was going out there to do and sign up for, but they supposed to say, oh, nah. It seemed like everybody that's bitter about it is the ones that be in the house and ain't came outside, man. Where y'all at? That's what inquiring minds want to know. That's what the King Pill dude is talking about. For real. And I see he did the challenge to the 050 guy, China Brip said, let me see you go through the hoods, Patterson Project, this and that, and bring your cameras out, cause you popping. That's a big challenge right there. That's a big challenge. And I'm saying this with all due respect. A lot of y'all been talking about the Jim Jones and the Manos and talking all this, you know, if they find out you was outside and knowing when you are actually coming, because Adam 22 was scheduled to come and people knew about it. I knew about it. I was supposed to go up there and be involved with that with my brother Shay Davis, but I ain't had time. But set up a time and see. See, a lot of people can't do that because it's dangerous now at this point because you want to sit at the house and make YouTube money. Let's keep it 1,000, man. For real. Harlem Legends TV said, I see you missed the message. I know Shay Davis, Graf, and Hattie Racks personally. I don't like Adam 22, and that's what I said. That's a fact. This has nothing to do with the Brothers United. It has a lot to do with the Brothers United, homie. Because if they all come, if you don't like them, just say it personally to him. You don't like him. But he brought a lot of brothers out, homie, is what I'm saying to you. He brought a lot of brothers out, and they're out forming up something that can tomorrow say, yeah, I actually liked Homeboy. Why I didn't like him yesterday? We hung out today, and I like him. Harlem said, and I've been outside for many years, and guess what? Ain't nothing out there. Salute, though. It's a lot outside still, especially when you are on a channel that's successful, such as yourself. And I'm going to commend you on that. But it's still a lot out there. You got to go out there and give it up. Go out there and open them doors for these little young cats and all that, bro. Ain't nothing changed. It is something out there. I've been out here for years, bro. I've been making a lot of moves, but I always go back home. And I go anywhere, Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever, and I walk and get out. I get on a bike sometime and ride the bicycle. Not the dirt bike, the bicycle. And you're right, I don't understand the message that you were saying. Because it really, to be honest with you, no disrespect to you, it don't make sense, Harlem Legend. It doesn't. It don't make sense. The brothers all came out and spread love with each other. That's the big picture. It wasn't no other big picture as far as the cameras is out and he could turn any one of the guys that was on the cameras into superstars. None of them had guns in their hands. None of them had knives in their hands. So what would the feds say? Oh, we got pictures of them? Okay, shit, the feds got pictures of plenty people. But it means them no good if it's nothing that's beneficial. And let me explain something to you about the feds. They ain't got time to waste because they deal with big money and big cases, which they've been snatching a lot of little young or a lot of little small cases that they could turn something into big. But that right there is just way out of their pay bracket for them to waste time even giving a damn about who was on Adam 22 camera. It doesn't make sense. And I'm only saying that because you saying what you saying on your platform. Hassan saying what he's saying on his platform. But you say you outside, but as of recently, I haven't seen or heard nothing on the cameras of you being outside and showing love. You might be outside, nobody don't know about it, but schedule something and say you bringing something to the hood. Do a basketball game for the hood, and you sitting out there at the basketball game in the tournament. Do something like that, you know, things of that nature, man. Because other than that, everybody that has something bad to say about this situation right now is people that sit in their house and be on their platforms talking, and they ain't outside in the hood. And homie came all the way from the West Coast. Why nobody couldn't congratulate that? Now, if you don't like a person, just say it to the person. I don't like you. I don't like you coming over to my city doing this and doing that. And then you don't even want to do it that way because it's going to sound like you hating. Which in all due respect, still, I got to keep it 1,000. It sound like you hating, bro. That he brought the brothers together and you didn't. Or somebody else didn't. Let's keep it 1,000. That ain't cool. When I can see a bunch of brothers coming together with two different colored flags or whatever and have a ball together, I think that's a start and a plus to success, to ending all of that, what we joined up to be around. Because we New Yorkers, we trendsetters, man. We the one with the fly cars and the get fly and all that. We've been that for years, man. We ain't never been no followers. But now we could go to get this back in motion the way we are. Why sit back on a platform and downplay it? No matter where it came from, man. They wonder where Jesus came from and put it in perspective. If we could just utilize that in an aspect, even though everybody don't believe in what other people believe in, but I'm just giving you a quick example. Another man came from over and he brought black brothers with him and he's supporting these black brothers. Why be mad at him? Even when we was enslaved, we had some white people that helped us disappear and not get caught by the slave masters when they sent them out. This is where police come from. Police came from those white men that used to patrol in the woods and all that. That's when the police was created, when we became free, when they got rid of slavery. And that's why we have police now. But what I'm saying is they had white people that hid us and helped us, helped our ancestors, bro. So sometimes you can't be mad at no white man because he brought people out. That's crazy to me. How could you see something wrong? Where was the guns? Where was the knives? I didn't see none of that. Normally, before we used to see guns, knives. Yeah, when you come to this hood, it's this, that, good, that. No, none of that happened, man. And that's not what Shay Davidson and Bobby Shmurda and them was doing. Shay told me that out his mouth. Facts, and I'm waiting for him to call me as soon as he land, get the way he going, because I want him to voice his opinion about all of this, because we can't let the narratives play out with people downplaying with what happened, and that's why I'm speaking out, because y'all got big platforms, and I'm keeping it 1,000, and y'all voices will be heard, and people hear negative quicker than they hear positive, and I'm gonna be the one to speak out against that negative, rather it get 100 views, 200, 300. Period. I don't care. But don't speak about nothing negative if brothers is out there having a good time and get to meet people that come from somewhere else that they never even been. Might not even have an opportunity to go over to LA or the West Coast, but the West Coast had an opportunity to come over here. And maybe it inspired them to get their stuff together and be able to get a plane ticket to go over there, because now they connected with a brother and they might be cool and be on the phone back and forth. Man, get it together, bro. Come over here. I can show you a good time over in the West Coast. I done came over there with you. And he might say, yeah, let me get my stuff right, man. I'm going to go over there. Man. I just met this dude. We connected. We powerful. But we gonna keep doing the separation amongst ourselves by putting up, yeah, why they come over here? The Fed's gonna get and scare people away. The Fed's gonna this and the Fed's gonna that. Only way the Fed's gonna be able to do anything, and this is what y'all need to know in your mind. If you incriminate yourself, I don't care if the Feds is watching me. Okay, how you doing? My homeboy named Balboa with Gangsta Lou. Do the research. Gangsta Lou down here will tell you this story. When the Feds was at a dude down here named called him Face Diddy, the FMF. They was at them crazy. They only had them for what they wanted them for. But homie Balboa seen the Feds outside, parked in front of their house, because he was they was sharing the house. The Face Diddy and the Balboa guy. He seen him outside. He went out there to say something to him. They kept looking straight ahead. They wouldn't even look at him. He knocking on their window. Knocking on they still wouldn't look. They wouldn't. That's how militant the Feds are. But my point is, he know he didn't do nothing. So he want to ask them, why is y'all out here in formation in front of my house? Even though y'all looking for who y'all looking for. That's how real it is. If you didn't do nothing, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So why is Adam 22 platform supposed to scare black brothers from uniting? It make me want to say, who paid y'all to say all this stuff? Because y'all powerful, y'all platforms is big. We can't stunt on that. Big respect to that. Ain't no hate on that. So for y'all to go against that, that's crazy, because I looked and analyzed it before I came up here. And I ain't see nothing wrong. I talked to Shay about it. He ain't feeling that. Because he thought that he was doing something positive, bringing that unity over there, man. For real. And now y'all want to sabotage it by just sitting down at the crib? Well, what we going to do next? What all the podcasters going to do next to represent the hood for 1 day or 2 days? At least give the people that live in the hood some hope that they can leave and go and sit behind the camera, or leave, not even sit behind the camera. They might want to do the things they like to do. Leave the hood and at least come back and show love sometime. But what example are y'all going to show the hood to say it ain't good to be back there? Who want to go back there? Who want to be back in these pissy pots? That's what you said, Harlem Legend. Who want to be out there in the pissy projects again, man? Who wants to go back there? That don't even make sense, my brother. You always gonna want to go back where you learned how to be, where you at right now. That's what makes more sense, homeboy. And see who's out there that you can help. All bosses You're not a boss until you help other people boss up and get in position. But if you're a boss and just doing it by yourself and say, forget everybody else, they got to get it how you get it, that ain't no real ninja stuff, bro. So I get you coming up here and breaking it down to me, but you ain't never came on my page and said nothing. I done spoke about you on several other occasions. You ain't never came and said nothing. So I guess what I'm saying makes a lot of sense to you. And I hope it do, because I ain't here to disrespect you or dish you or none of that. I'm here to pull your coat on how it's supposed to really go. Same thing with Hassan Campbell, pulling his coat with how it's supposed to go. All that Fed stuff, and man, get out of here, bro. That sound good. Ain't nobody can go to jail unless you did something. And ain't nobody did nothing but have fun together. So what, the feds watching Adam 22? That's him. Keep on watching them. What they got to do with me? And if I was up there, would have did the same thing. I would have been around, passing scarves and all that, because I ain't a part of none of that. I ain't mad at nobody that is. I'm just saying I would have been out there speaking and, voicing things if came to that, or just would have showed my face being out there showing unity, man. With all the black brothers, man. And I think that was a good thing. I don't think it was a bad thing, man. So I don't know, man. Hopefully y'all might figure it out and rethink your thought process on that. But if I didn't get the message, break it down to me in another podcast, the message. So I come back up here and say, yeah, you know what? You was right about that part. But other than that, I don't see nothing right about nothing none of y'all said. No, Hassan, China Brim, and Harlem, I don't see nothing that y'all said that made sense. Why these brothers shouldn't been on them cameras showing that they was having a good time together. That's the key right there. Being that y'all wanted to know what was the purpose of it. It's showing togetherness that we always don't show. And then it takes us to separate us and say, what was the purpose of that? Y'all gonna go to jail, scare people away from being around each other. Now we back scattered out, separated again, because y'all came on y'all powerful platforms and said that and did that, and y'all are black brothers that come from the hood. Now they scrambling around, but y'all ain't bringing nothing back to the hood with y'all platform. Take another brother from the West Coast, period. And yeah, Adam 22 white. End of the day, I call everybody a brother. It is what it is. I got white friends that I love to death, man. I call them my brother. And that's a fact. And they showed it without wanting nothing. And that's a fact. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe if you new up there. Man, please share this, because separation, we don't need it. Togetherness, we need all of it. Pass this around. Don't let nobody tell you nothing ever wrong with all of us coming together. I don't care if a purple man or a Chinese man or if a Martian came from the moon and brought us all together somewhere. For real. And I understand what King Pill was saying, and he flew all the way over there to get backlash after he flew all the way over there and got to fly all the way back. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That right there alone would have made a West Coast and an East Coast beef with all three of y'all saying that was whack. Why they come over here? They got the feds and this and that. And I ain't saying it could have started a beef, but it just shows separation when it's showing that people was doing the right thing for our black brothers that's in the hood, trying to make them feel good, put them on camera. Putting them on camera is another thing alone. They're going to be on somebody else's camera that ain't even from here, that got a big following, millions and millions of followers. They'll be everywhere. Oh, man, look, I'm over there. Oh, wow, I'm on this. Oh, somebody else. Oh man, damn man, I might could be in another one. What I need to do and start getting their mind right and gear up to do a podcast or gear up to be in a movie or gear up to try to, stay focused on, doing music or football, basketball, or even real estate, anything. Just being in somebody else's video might just inspire. Y'all never thought about that? Bring your cameras to the hood. If y'all ain't gonna bring your cameras to the hood and y'all gonna sit down, y'all not. It's like me saying, yo, don't be out there shooting up stuff. Don't be out there selling drugs. Don't be out there, and I never done it. I could say all that because I done all that. And they're gonna respect it more coming from a person that done that and don't do it no more. So if you ain't coming out to the hood with your cameras like Adam 22, it don't make sense for why would people listen to y'all? Why would people listen to y'all, man? Make me understand that message if I ain't understand the message, because I ain't, and I'm very sharp, and I've been around a long time, and I've been through a lot of stuff. It'll take a long time for me to break down the stuff I've been through in real life to know that I know when I hear something ain't right, it's not right, and y'all not right for that. So yeah, your boy Big Boosie, man. I'm signing out. Y'all make sure y'all share this. Share this. Please hit the like button before y'all go. Hit that like button. And if y'all new coming in, hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. And subscribe, man. And I appreciate all my knowledgeable people out there, man. One.